Okay. Well, speaking of emulating biological life, let's talk about Bill Gates.
We're taking things that are genetically modified organisms and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein, right into the vein, right into the vein, right into the vein.
This is from the New York Post. And the headline here, Bill Gates funded green grocer burns to ground, sparking conspiracy theories.
It's about time that there was some mainstream reporting on this. When this happened, the day this happened, I was looking for some mainstream reporting, could not find it. It was all, the alternative sources.
Yeah. It says here, a Dutch-based food depot from a climate-friendly online delivery service destroyed by fire on Sunday ignited conspiracy theories. The blaze was linked to one of its chief investors, Bill Gates. The depot housed products for picnic in a Dutch town of Almelo, about 90 miles east of Amsterdam. Picnic, which has a valuation said to be north of $1 billion, bills itself as a climate-friendly unicorn that offers delivery service to customers straight from distribution hubs. The hub in Almelo served about 200 cities throughout Germany, France, and the Netherlands. Groceries are transported to customers' doorsteps in small, all-electric vans. Last year, Michiel Mueller, the 57-year-old CEO of Picnic, told the Dutch financial news site, quote, that most of the $604 million that the company raised from investors to fund its European expansion came from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Picnic's reputation as a climate-friendly alternative, which offers meat substitutes and vegetarian and vegan-friendly products, has also fueled speculation that it was targeted by farmers or their supporters. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Of course.
This is all wrapped up in the same
protests.
There's so many things wrapped up in this. Of course, the Dutch farmers, but also the, the lab grown meat.
Yes.
Bill Gates projects.
Yeah. Investigators are looking into the fire, which was severe enough to mobilize several units of the local fire brigade, according to Dutch News. The fire at the depot, which reportedly employs about 60 people, resulted in no injuries or death. The fire also sparked online chatter that it was an act of arson meant to retaliate against Gates, who is unpopular with conservatives due to his pro-climate plank.
Again, that's nice. That's some nice rhetoric.
That's what I'm saying. This fits.
He's just pro-climate. He's not literally anti-human, which, well, he's pretty much said word for word.
Yeah. And it goes into the Dutch farmers' protest here, and it mentions a little bit about it. The new proposed regulations on the Dutch farmers would require farmers to use less fertilizer and reduce their livestock numbers, a prospect that could, that some warn, could force some farmers or farms to shut down. In some cases, Dutch farmers have blockaded supermarkets, distribution centers, and roads in protest, according to Politico. Gates is a lightning rod of controversy in the U.S. as well as Europe, particularly over his extensive portfolio of farmland and agricultural interests. That's a nice way of putting it.
Very nice way of putting it.
Agricultural and farming interests. Not taking them out and creating fake
Not a
meat.
hostile takeover and overturning 100-year-old laws from the Depression that are meant to protect farmers just so he can, do some crazy, wacky stuff.
We should start a show called like the Billionaires. I don't know. Something that starts with the B, the Billionaire Battle. And we should get like a Mark Zuckerberg to defend meats and Bill Gates to defend not real meats and just have them debate.
This is okay. Yeah, I'm sure they would respond to our request.
It's our exit strategy.
This nitrogen thing is turning out to be a huge deal.
I was hearing that
Sri Lanka, the Sri Lankan farmers.
Yes.
That's all revolving around nitrogen, right? Yeah. Liquid nitrogen. Yes.
Yeah.
The Dutch farm. I mean, this is the thing. This is the new thing. And it's partially, or at least, it's not talked about much, but it's partially because of Russia is the biggest nitrogen exporter in the world. And so all these sanctions have basically cut off the largest supply of nitrogen in the world. But instead of it's weird. They're not doing like, this is Putin's price hike. It's Putin's problem. They're just like, yeah, no, it's to save the earth, save the environment. Sorry, farmers, you need to die so we can save the earth, I guess. Has nothing to do with Russia.
I'm looking at the Netherlands top 10 exports here. And it looks like machinery, including computers, is number 1. Mineral fuels, including oil, number 2. Electrical machinery equipment, number 3. Optical, technical, medical apparatus, 4. Pharmaceuticals, 5. Plastics, 6. Vehicles, 7. Organic chemicals, 8. Other chemical goods, 9. That's probably where the nitrogen stuff comes in. And then iron and steel.
Well, they're not exporting nitrogen.
Oh, they're not. Okay, what are they doing with it?
No, they're not exporting nitrogen.
It's for
Russia's exporting.
Okay.
They need the nitrogen as fertilizer.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And they're such a small country that, like, it
cuts off
it's hard to support your own population if you don't have fertilizer.
Right. Okay. I was just looking at the economic sort of incentives of the Netherlands, how they're making their money, basically. But anyway,
they're just trying to survive.
Sure,
man.
I know.
Like
I was just seeing how.
Have you seen the clip? Did you see the clip of this fire?
Which from the Bill Gates thing? No, I did not.
Yeah, the story we're reading.
No, I didn't.
The fire was gnarly. It was a big fire. It was big.
Is it like
fire.
the meme where the dog is like chilling and the whole room is on fire except it's Bill Gates?
Yeah, it's kind of like that.